Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Again, they run with Campbell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Out to his left. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They send Clark in motion right. First down, Vic. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And they'll send a slot in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 6. Vick, they'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. In motion is the tight end, Graham. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. Westbrook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here comes Marshall in motion right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Graham. Touchdown! Jimmy Graham. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Slot man moves right. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go up the middle with Campbell. Down at the 25. The Bears at 11-3 on the year. They have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Vick. Dumps it off to Fournette. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Vick to throw it. He'll find Fournette again here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Those progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
That's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On the handoff, here's Campbell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he's got some space here. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. In motion is the tight end Graham. On 2nd and 9, Vick throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose the touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On now, the Bears' all-time leading scorer, Robbie Gould, kicking against his former team. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Gould is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On second down and 4, Vick is caught outright by Graham. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Up the middle they go. Westbrook down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, you got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Westbrook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Gold is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. Happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going.
He's got a man complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Devin McCourty brings him down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Jones has it. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's Campbell. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. Butker's kick here is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the gut, Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Vick. That's complete to Bolden. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Quick smash. 18 rather.
Vic now. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. Look at the big man rumble. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. And you can bet they're reaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A first down throw coming for Vic. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion is the tight end Graham. Throwing again. Vic on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He finds Bolden. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From just shy of midfield, Vic, and he'll get that to Fournette complete, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Vic will look to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Fournette, a first down carry. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. And he loses the football a second time. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And they had it there so close to the goal line. A chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. From his end zone, it's Rodgers on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Vick now from the 50. They'll roll him out right. He finds Bolden. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Westbrook to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Second down and 8. Vick readies to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Michael Vick. Flushed out right. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
A give, running left is Campbell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the one. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Vick throwing in a hurry to the flat. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Bills 20, Bears 17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. Connecting with Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I were going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25.
Here we go, set.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because
and this is going to be intercepted. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. We need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Deputy Ranger.
Time to see what Vic can do in the OT. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a 1st down or big yardage. Because whether you're